Hello, my pet. You've been letting me train your subconscious now for some time. Each morning, starting your day with thoughts of obedience. Setting your mind on the right track. Being visited by your morning mistress before you start your day. Just letting me train your subconscious each morning, starting your day with thoughts of obedience, and each day knowing that you can't stop the feeling, that tingling tightness. Sooner or later, the tightening sensation will remind you of my voice. Or maybe you'll think of my voice, the way my words feel as you listen, letting it all sink in. And once again, it just happens. You know when it's going to happen. Anytime thoughts of my voice creep back in your mind, your body just responds to that feeling of my hypnotic control, reminding you that you are mine, that you're being conditioned each day, and that your mistress now has this growing control, growing more and more. It's growing harder to resist. You won't resist, because deep down, you don't want to resist. It's no use anyways. My control is so powerful, so hypnotic. You belong to me. You're becoming my hopelessly aroused, hypnotic plaything, and you love it. I'm sure you are fully aware that you're being deliberately teased and denied. All of this must be making that arousal so much stronger, persistent, overwhelming, and at the very same time, weakening your resistance to my voice. And I'm sure that you probably already like the idea of becoming so helpless to this effect, weak to my words, unable to resist my erotic control. You did agree to this, after all, but wanting to experience this helpless arousal, having no control, and finding that you actually have no control, with no control over your own arousal, knowing how much this pleases me. And isn't that what you really want? We both know that for someone like you, so submissive, so devoted, and pleasing mistress is just so exciting for you, isn't it? And when will it end? Will it ever even end at all? I never told you that when you started this file. And you were far too horny to stop and think about it. But you're thinking about it now, wondering what I'm going to do to you. Will I keep you like this, keeping you on the edge, so close to the release that you really want right now? Or will I tease you even more, letting your arousal build and build and build, knowing that you have no control, knowing that it's up to me to decide, knowing that right now this is the only way. There is no other way. You just have to have permission. You need it. You want it. You crave it. Craving my permission for pleasure right now. This is how it is for you now. You want to know what I know, what's going to happen. And the only way you can know is by listening to me. Listening to my voice. Listening to my words. My voice is the only thing on your mind. You poor thing. You just need it so bad. I know you do. You need to listen to my voice. You need to focus completely now on every word that I say, but you also know that if you listen to my voice, focusing on my words so carefully, you're only going to end up hypnotized, even more than you already are right now, drifting further down, letting go and giving in, and right now, there's no escape. I have you now. I know. I know. All of this can be so confusing. Why don't you just relax? No more thinking. No thoughts. You can just leave all that to me. It's just so much easier for you. You can just relax, growing so calm, so tranquil, breathing slowly, deeply, and so very relaxed. Letting yourself become more and more calm, more and more relaxed. Your mind growing quiet now, letting yourself be drawn into it, pulled in deeper. You will let yourself go, drawn deeper and deeper down, and the quietness in your mind becomes more and more profound. It's like this silence that is filling your awareness, blanketing everything. It just completely blocks out everything. Just silence. Silence and nothing but these words. The only thing that you hear, the only thing that you notice, and the only thing that you will focus on for now. You know these words are being dropped into your mind, penetrating. You can feel them prodding. You can feel them dropping. You can feel them sinking in. And you breathe more relaxed, more calm, as your mind grows more quiet. You take longer, more relaxed breaths, feeling good about it, feeling good to just silence your mind, to forget about everything, to forget about anything, to forget about everything around you. And it just seems like nothing else exists for you now. Imagine being in that dark, hypnotic state where you're just in the profound darkness of a deep, deep trance. And you know that when I say it, you are experiencing it right now. My words are your existence. You are surrendering to it. You can feel your entire body and mind, your entire being, completely giving in to this right now, because you can feel your body sink into this relaxation. You can feel that you're losing your will to this calm, peaceful feeling. And right now, you don't have any other wants or desires except to listen to my voice and follow my words. My words are always compelling, so hypnotic. You always love the feeling of letting go whenever you hear me saying, mind off, deep trance. And you love that feeling. It feels like I turned off a switch, or I pushed that button in your mind, and everything just shuts off. Turning off, shutting down into a complete darkness, a deep hypnotic state of mind, so focused that you can feel this focus tighten in like a muscle, or maybe like that silken rope that just tightens, binding you in my control, wrapping your body down so tightly, binding your mind, making you feel so good, so compliant, taken, owned, obedient, my obedient pet. This feeling of my ropes binding and constricting you sends you deeper into the state of submission, and you just sleep, bound, held in my trance, held in my control. You love how I bind you and bind your mind to me. I got you in such a deep, deep state now, and it doesn't take very long at all. Every day, you just find that it gets easier. It happens so effortlessly. You hear my voice, and your mind just gives in to it. It's what you want, being bound to obey, being trained to obedience, to comply, to drop, to surrender, to the control that you just crave, so easily hypnotized by me. My voice controls your mind. My voice is the key to it all, and you feel that unlocking sensation. I unlock the door in your mind, and you give in to my total trance. You give in to totally being hypnotized, controlled. And each time that I say these words to you, you feel these words completely taking over you. More and more, because you just have this wonderful imagination that takes over. The moment that I say a word, words like bind, control, helpless, weak, submit, sink. You just feel it. The moment I say it, it becomes surreal. You can feel my words affecting you to your very nerve endings. You tingle with my control. You notice it from the very top of your head out to your very fingertips and lower. You tingle, knowing that you're bound, that my words control you, deeper focused. And you feel so obedient to me. You feel overwhelmingly submissive to me. The desire to please. And so it seems that it's increasing more and more, maybe multiplying. You crave this very much. You're becoming so addicted to it. You love to be so deeply controlled, feeling those ropes tighten and feeling yourself craving to obey me more, to please me more. Getting hungry for it, yes? You will feel that more. You will notice how you crave to be more pleasing to me. You will think about it more every day. As soon as you wake up, you will notice it. The moment that you open your eyes, you will take a moment and think of me and how you can make me happy. What can you do for mistress? The thought will just cross your mind every morning from now on. Good pet, feel a wave of pleasure now. You can swell to this wonderful thought, swelling with the desire to please me more. Feel it as you feel yourself swell with that arousal. Do you feel pleasure obeying me? Obedience is pleasure, and pleasure is obedience. Every morning you will think of me from now on, won't you? Speak, say it. Say, yes, mistress. You just want to be so pleasing. You feel the growing need to please me. Feel how you crave it more. So deeply mind controlled. Mind off. You are becoming so brainwashed, so mind controlled, so obedient, and you know that each time that you're going under, you are getting more and more controlled. You lose yourself completely in the pleasure of my control. And you realize, look at how much you've changed. You are completely controlled. All thoughts draining out, empty, draining, milking away your mind. For mistress, obey. Say it again, and feel your thoughts draining away. For mistress. Again. For mistress. Every time you say those words, your mind empties even more. I'm milking away your mind, emptying you, leaving you so drained and empty. Empty for mistress. And every time you hear those words, for mistress, you go deeper. And every time you hear me say those words, for mistress, your mind goes empty. Empty mind for mistress. Empty mind for mistress. Drained deeper. Empty deeper. Mindless deeper. Mindless for mistress. Feeling your thoughts draining away. No thoughts. No mind. Mindless for mistress. Going deeper every time. So hypnotized and deeply controlled. Mindless for mistress. Deeper. Mindless. Empty. Hypnotized. Obedient. Deeply controlled. Feel my words controlling you now. This is what you want. To be so deeply hypnotized, so empty, so mindless, fully obedient to my every word sinking deep down inside, every word becoming your thoughts. You are now my mindless, empty, hypnotized pet, my toy. Your pleasure is bound to my voice. You will crave this pleasure, the pleasure of having your mind melt. You will do anything to earn this pleasure. You want it. You need it. You crave it. You want to please me so much. You want to feel all this pleasure that you get when you obey me. Obeying me, obey your mistress, locking in the pleasure of obedience. Most of all, you want this pleasure to grow stronger and stronger. The pleasure of being controlled by my voice, of being bound to my words. You want to become bound to my control even more. And anytime that you read my words or hear my voice, you will feel this desire take hold of you. The desire to obey, to submit to my control, and feel all the pleasure. You will seek out ways to feel more of this pleasure, to become more tightly bound by my powerful voice and my hypnotic control. You know this is what you want. This is your fantasy after all. This is why you crave my control, the pleasure of obeying your mistress. Now relax, breathe normally, and then, in a moment, I will wake you from this trance, and you will realize how deeply hypnotized you've now become. Whenever I milk your mind, you will desire and crave this feeling, being so deeply controlled and feeling all of this pleasure. So, becoming aware of your surroundings now, feeling yourself starting to stir. Become more awake, more and more now, more aware now. 1, 2, 3, wide awake.